Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Dave, DLC Dave, and welcome to this is episode 13, the 13th chapter of my Rise of the Phoenix Football Manager 2017 Let's Play, where we'll take Phoenix Sports Football Club from the Isthmian First Division North, hopefully to the Premier League and beyond. Now then, when you last saw us, it was the first game of the Vanarama South season, where we were playing Bromley. A very, very good 4-0 away win in that game. Now, what's been going on since then? As you can see on the screen, we are at the Margate game. Now, since then, we have played roughly 6 or 7 games, and as you can see, it's been a good start to the season. We won 10-0 in our opening home game at the first game at the ground we're now at, which is I completely blanked on the name of it. Where are we playing right now? Griffin Park currently, which is a 12,000 capacity stadium, and we're currently filling on capacity nearly of 247. I can't even imagine what that looks like. It's a 12,000 capacity ground filled with 247 people. Well, it's certainly a big increase on last year though, where we were getting home gates of below 100 pretty regularly. So it's definitely going in the right direction. And as you can see, so it was a 10-0 and a 7-1, which were big results. And really, this game was actually tighter than it looked. They scored first, and we scored 4 goals in the last 10 minutes. So I guess they pushed forward a lot and really just got caught and caught. This game was just continual goals. But other than that, it's actually been fairly tight. I do think this league is going to be more competitive. So we got a 2-0 win away at Welling, a 1-0 victory over Braintree, a 1-1 against home to Dover, which we scored and then it equalised fairly quickly, and then a 2-1 victory, a late victory over Dulwich Hamlet. So today we play Margate at home at I've got it again. Oh my, where are we? Griffin Park. God, it's a good thing we're not staying there. Jeez. 2 months' time, I'll be back at the Phoenix Sports Ground. That's easy to remember. Right, so today we're playing Margate. Now, since you were last with us, now obviously the transfer window has now slammed shut. There's been no permanent outs, but there's been a few players who've gone out on loan. Leon Defoe, just players who are not really going to make the first team. Callum Barron, Mick Reed. Mitchell Parsons is probably the closest, but even he's gone out on loan for the season or for a few months, I think it is actually. And yeah, I think it'll be good for them to go out and hopefully get some game time. There has been interest, though, as you can see by the morale. The two players of poor morale, Matthew Johnson and Alan Skinner, despite signing new contracts in the close season, have both got annoyed about not being able to leave. He wanted to go to join Burnley, Matthew Johnson, as anyone would, and we didn't give him the opportunity. We rejected any bids that came in, and we set the asking price at 2.5 million, which he wasn't particularly pleased with. That Alan Skinner, a similar situation. He wanted to go to, I think it was Preston. Was it Preston? Yes, it was Preston. They submitted a bid and we turned it down, and he got upset. But I managed to keep them both here because, like I say, they signed new contracts in the summer. Johnson until 2020 and Skinner until 2021. So I don't see us really. We're no pressure to sell, which is a good situation to be in. Hopefully, given time, these players will come around. That's my fervent hope, really. So we are at game day anyway. We're playing Margate. We're going to get straight into the game, and I'll run you through the team in just a second. Okay, guys. So we have Jake Bradford in goal, Shane Long and Espinoza in the fullbacks, Johnson and Dennison at centre back, Peacock and Sinton in the middle, Jay Weaver, Paul Phillips, and Tom Anderson all supporting Dan Ryder. And they got a Dos Santos, Jay Dos Santos, Jerson. No, not. Yeah, I didn't think it would be Jonathan or yeah, that's the only one. There's a Giovanni, but that would be a G, obviously. So they're playing a 4-4-2, and we'll see how we get on. Go out and impress me. Let's do a little. I don't know anything fancy with Team Talks. It's just generally the same. run a good run, impress me, or pick things up where they left off, and then passionately say we have faith. Right then, so we're kicking off. We're shooting from right to left, wearing our home green kit, and this is the oh, I forget it. Griffin Park. There we go. And we first couple minutes, and Tom Anderson's picked up an injury. It was a bit low on match sharpness, but it's still disappointing. I'm gonna bring on Ryan Williams, I think. I haven't started him because he's just a little low on fitness, but he can come on and play that role. Yeah, he has proved useful. He hasn't been a regular starter, but when he has played, he has generally produced goals or produced performances at least. So we're still waiting to this game now. Nothing's really going on, but there is a chance going on right now. So let's see what happens. So Bradford is in goal. Hopefully, hopefully he plays out short, but he went long. But it is picked up by Sinton then to Peacock, and now Williams. He comes inside to Long. He finds Dan Ryder, who found Peacock, and I thought that was going to be the opening goal, but he just slid past the post. Very, very close from Peacock, and that was a clear-cut opportunity. I mean, lots of the ball, but I was like not doing a whole lot with it. Only one shot on target so far. We've not seen it. No long shots though, so our shots are coming from fairly close, just somehow missing the target. We do pick up the ball now. Dan Ryder has it. He plays it wide. I'm hoping. No, he doesn't. He runs into trouble, but we pick it up very quickly after that. Peacock. Now Jay Weaver on the right hand side, and he crosses it in, and there is Ryan Williams with a on the goal line header. Great ball in from Weaver. Made it pretty much impossible to miss, I think. If you look at this, first time, almost at the byline. Williams got away from his man, and the keeper had absolutely no chance once he hasn't come and claimed for the ball, which maybe, if you're being harsh, maybe that's what he could have done. Right then. So we're half an hour in, we've taken a lead. Espinosa now to Peacock, to Williams, to Phillips. He slides it in the near post. Very, very good finish. And a very good move as well. It was a good passing move, and Paul Phillips broke clear past Ryder, and not an easy finish on his I think on his right foot. The keeper left a gap at the near post, and he found it expertly. So it's 2-0 now, 2 goals in fairly quick succession, and we're now going into half time with a comfortable lead. You'd imagine now they'd have to come out and look at their pass completion ratio is 53%. Very, very poor from them. Not much. We've hardly not seen anything from them particularly. And we go in and we are pleased. And we can tell again that we have faith in them. And then we kick off the second half. Let's see what we can produce. Okay, we have a chance here. I hope it's our chance anyway. Not the best ball there from Dennison. He just humped it downfield. Well, but they reciprocate. So thanks very much, Margate. So, and it's another clearance. And they have really not shown any ambition to get forward. Despite having 2 up front, they're not trying to push through. And Jay Weaver has a little bit of space. He crosses it in, and almost an absolute carbon copy of the the Ryan Williams goal, but the different thing, it didn't go in the net. Fairly crucial difference. Not seeing too much Dan Ryder in this game. He's been on the periphery a little bit. Can he get more involved? They pick it up though, and perhaps it could be a chance for them. They do have possession in our half, something we've not seen too often. They do seem to want to go direct quite a lot, but we pick it up, and I think that's just not how they need to do it. And Dan Ryder, I mentioned him earlier, can he get a finish? He tracks it well, but the keeper saves. And Dennison apparently commits a foul. He picks up a yellow card there, and that'll probably be the end of the highlight. Indeed it is. So we're going to make a change. We'll see what comes as highlight first of all. They've got good space here, and Prince puts it in the net. I'm not going to try and say, go on, I'll give it a go. Let's see. So it really poor marking from us from the free kick. And it's Muntswanguma. Sure. And that makes it 2-1. Their first time we've seen anything of them, and we're definitely going to make a change now. We're going to bring on Jonathan Ofori, the young 16-year-old, and I think we're actually going to take off Dan Ryder because he's not had the best game. We're going to bring on Alan Skinner. Unhappy as he is, he's going to come on the pitch and hopefully get us a goal which will pull us clear in the last 25 minutes. There's an Insta highlight after the goal, so I'm hoping really that it's not a double whammy from them, but we do have the ball. And Phillips absolutely smashes the ball into the back of the net. The instant reply, absolutely crushing any real hope of Margate, really. And Skinner was involved. I'm calling that a tactical masterclass, really. Phillips kept striding into the box and slammed the ball into the top corner. Cracking finish, second of the game, of course. And we can now enter the last 15 minutes with the breathing a lot easier. Not as definitely not as worried as we were, well, a few minutes before that. So time is ticking away here. We're into the last 15 seconds since I think that third goal really killed off any hope they might have had. And we have yeah, it's been a dominant performance. I've been pleased. And there's a full-time whistle. It's 3-1 on Tyler plays. I'm happy with that. Yep. So we've played the 8 games so far in the league. Won 7, drawn the 1. Scored 30 goals. Obviously, we scored 10 in one, I think it was, and then 7 in another. So that accounts for a huge portion of that. But yeah, we're going really well. So I'll just continue forward, and we'll see where we're going to pick up next time. Okay, so how is the league looking right now? So it's Dutch Hamlet, who we have already played. I know that White Hawk could be a good game if we can look see where they play them. So I think it might be a little bit too close, to be honest. I'd like to leave it a little bit longer. We played Dover, Billericay perhaps. Yeah, that could be a good game. End of October, hopefully, unless these games get moved. That is something that happened quite a lot last time with I can't remember it was Meldon and Tiptree I was trying to play, I think, or maybe another. No, Walton Casuals I was trying to play all season long, and it just kept getting moved back, and it would have been half a season before we'd have seen him. As you can see again, tendencies holding strong at about 230. We have sold, I think it's nearly 30 season tickets this year, whereas last year I think it was something like we sold something like 12. So the support is definitely coming on. Obviously, we're kind of expanding the ground, and that'll be done in January, and we'll see. We'll hopefully keep building up that following. So I'll see you back for the home game against Billericay. Okay, guys, that brings this episode to a close. If you have enjoyed it, please leave a like. Subscribe if you'd like to see more, and of course follow me on Twitter at DLCDave1, where I'll post regular updates on anything that goes on in the save. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.